What a fucking day already, man. Shit is crazy, bruh. 3 Kings 65, man. We back at it again. This is gonna be short, man. We ain't gonna be here too long, cause there's not that much shit to be talking about. But we in these motherfucking streets. What's good, Bo? How you doing today, bro?
I don't know. I can't see your face, brother.
You can't see my face? It don't matter. How you doing? I asked you how you was doing. I didn't ask how you thought I was doing, nigga. The fuck you need to see my face to tell me how you doing?
Man, I'm disappointed in a motherfucker. This shit hurts, man. This shit hurts, man. It's fucking with the sport we love, man.
Yeah, this COVID-19 shit. Yeah, I feel you, dog.
Got nothing to do, man. I felt like walking up and down the street with boxing gloves on, looking for the first motherfucker I could find.
Yeah.
Well, it's gonna be a fight this Saturday, goddamn it, in some kind of way.
I mean, we ain't the only ones upset. We ain't the only ones being prepared for the occasion. Cause whoever this motherfucker right here is, he was ready. That motherfucker was ready, bro. He said, fuck it. Let me put my hazmat on, nigga. He said, let me put my goddamn hazmat on.
He getting it in, though, ain't he?
He getting it in, bro. He don't give a shit.
Hey, he moving with that motherfucker. Damn.
He don't give a fuck, bro. Yo, we got some shit to talk about, man. We're gonna talk about Tyson Fury, of course, man. A lot of shit been popping about Tyson Fury. We're gonna talk about some dumbass boxing fans as well. And we're gonna talk about this whole COVID-19 shit that seems to be knocking everybody the fuck out, man. Y'all know what it is, man. Let's start the show. We in these streets. It's 3KINGSboxing.com. Where we at?
We are in Las Vegas for the Canelo fight. 3 King Boxing. We are here with the IBF International Champion, Mr. Oscar.
We in these streets.
I'm here with 3KIngsboxing.com. I'm here with my man from Chicago, like me, Mr. P. Quill. What's going on, man?
All right, Max, EJ from 3KIngsboxing.com.
You mentioned Cecilia Brackets. You mentioned Amanda Serrano. If those fights can be made, would you be willing to go up, down, meet anybody, or it just doesn't matter to you? You just want to prove that you are a tough competitor in this sport.
We say anything can happen, especially we know what these happen.
Boxing, man.
Like a man. I got you. We ain't without the man.
Got this 3 King Boxing here with Buddy Gervin, Train, Kovalev, Jay Buddy, man. How you going there today, man? What was the difference that we saw in Kovalev that we hadn't seen before?
His profile on the back of the Andy Joshua's name. Oh, he's an attack. If I was going to say, well, no, I understand who he is.
What's goody? We in the building. 3 Kings number 65. Of course, I'm joining my man Bo. As y'all already motherfucking know, it's all entertainment plus education. I don't want to hear shit from nobody or I slap the shit out your ass. Bo, what's the look? You already know I'll do that shit. What the fuck you looking like that for? Like I wouldn't do it. We can't hear you, nigga. We can't hear you. We can't hear you. Unmute your mic. You still muted. Nobody can hear you. Look at his face. Look at his face. Bruh, come on, man. Unmute your mic, bro. It ain't hard, man. Look, there's a mute button. You hit that motherfucker, man. You hit that motherfucker, and then all of a sudden, everybody can hear you.
All right, man.
There you go, you old ass. Look, that coronavirus done fucked your shit up.
Hey, ho. I drink Heineken, motherfucker. Do not drink no goddamn Corona.
Oh, man, bro. Look.
I'm a disgrace to my own kind.
Hell yeah, you fucking right. Look at Adrian Yoshino. She said the old lady is here. The old lady is in the house. But Adrian, we don't say that for the older women. We don't say that for the women, period. We say, y'all are in the building. Everybody else, like the Texan, for example, he's in these motherfucking streets. Word up. My man Champ Ross is in the fucking building. Jordan Ciappini is in the building. Eric R is in these motherfucking streets.
God damn.
Denise Wards is in the building, much like
Mama
Adrian
Denise.
Yoshino is. Yeah, Mama Denise.
Denise.
It's Mama Denise and Aunt Adrian. You know, they in the building, dog. They in the building.
No. hey, Adrian, I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
It's Mama Denise and Aunt Adrian. You know what I'm saying? Gaines PP is in the motherfucking building. Word up. Maybe one day we'll say it like how we say it for them, for the women. She said she want her shouted. Look, her and Denise gonna kill me when they see me, dog.
Well, you know, Adrian would have to jump up. If she Adrian would have to get in the chair, dog.
Yo, yeah, she gotta stand on the chair.
Better yet, she got to stand on it. Not on it. She got to really get on it.
Hey, it is what it is, man. Look,
I'd have failed and busted my ass and shit. Y'all have been talking about me.
Hey, look, bro. It's all respect. Look, if Adrian say I fucked up, I fucked up. It is what it is, man. You know what I'm saying? Let's jump into this shit, man. Yo, on a serious note, man. Nah, fuck it. Not on a serious note. Tyson Fury, dog. Now, y'all heard the news. Now, there's a lot of dumbass fans, man. What do I always say, bro? What do I always say, bro, about when we talk or when we publish shit, right?
No.
I always preface it as there's a lot of dumbass niggas out here, man. And for you people that don't know who I am by now, when I say niggas, I'm not talking about black people. Everybody is a nigga to me. You know what I'm saying? African, black, Asian, Puerto Rican, Indian, white, all of them are niggas. You know what I'm saying? So when I say niggas, I'm talking about every goddamn body, right? So here's the deal. A lot of dumbass niggas out here, bro. And, you know, when we publish the information about Tyson Fury and that crackhead ass farmer, right?
Hold on, wait a minute, man. You can't do the old man.
That nigga look like Opie, man. Come on, man. Nobody gave that nigga no money, man. He probably did. I doubt it. I think Tyson Fury did pay him off, man. I think he did, bro. A lot of shit. Hey, man, a lot of crazy shit be going on in boxing, man. I think 1,000% Tyson Fury paid his ass off, right? But here's the deal. Tyson Fury already served his ban for that shit in 2015, just like Huggy Fury did. Both of them got caught at the same time for nandrolone, man. You know what I'm saying? So he already served his ban, you know, told the motherfucker, hey, man, keep your mouth shut. Here go a couple 20 quid, as the UK like to say. Couple 20K quid, you know, and, you know, shut the fuck up, right? Now, all of a sudden, for some reason, 5 years later, this motherfucker come out of nowhere, tries to bribe or at least blackmail Frank Warren fails at that, and then sells his fucking story to the Sun or the Daily Mail, one of them UK sources. I don't know which one. I think it was the Daily Mail, right? Sold the story to the Daily Mail, basically saying Tyson Fury, or at least a team member of Tyson Fury, paid him off to basically lie about providing wild boar that was supposedly injected with nandrolone. Now, what the fuck does this sound like to you? Listen. Tyson Fury was eating pig. Canelo was eating beef. The only difference is the meat and the drug. You know what I'm saying? Canelo had clenbuterol steaks. Motherfucking Tyson Fury had nandro bacon. You know what I'm saying? You think clenbuterol steaks and nandro bacon, nigga? The fuck is going on with these cats, man? Real talk, I think this is real shit right here, bro. I said this for years. It ain't got nothing to do with any particular fighter. I think every professional athlete is taking something, bro, because that is their job. They have to stay in tip-top shape in order to perform at their best, right? After a certain period of time, the human body breaks down, my nigga. So if you've been in boxing for a very long time, right, you've got over 100 amateur bouts. Me and Bo can attest to this shit. We're former amateur fighters. You got over 100 amateur bouts. In between all those bouts, you got all the sparring that you've done to prepare for those amateur bouts. Then you jump into the professional ranks. And you're doing a hell of a lot more training than you did as an amateur, dog. You know what I'm saying? No, I take that back. You do more training as an amateur, but the training regimens are harder as a professional. That's how it is. Because professionals, them niggas fight 3 times a year, and a lot of them niggas don't train until they getting ready to fight, right?
Yeah. And then there are 10, 12 rounds.
Exactly. 10, 12 rounds, right. Right. As an amateur, you're fucking training year-round, bro. Because you could be in the next tournament next month.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Am I lying, Bo?
No,
you know what I'm saying? You can be chilling.
On Friday, Wednesday, you're absolutely fucking. Somebody
Friday,
pulled out,
nigga,
they need replacement.
Yep, exactly, bro. They need a replacement. That's usually what goes down, bro. You need a fucking replacement. Get your ass in the tournament, man. You know what I'm saying? So, amateur boxing, you train more, but professional boxing, you train harder, right? So, either way, all of that shit coupled up, the body naturally fucking breaks down, dog. Right? Just like any other athlete. Basketball, football, even them golf niggas that's not really athletes, them niggas. You know what I'm saying? The golf niggas, all they do is this. Them niggas don't do nothing.
Now hold on.
Fuck out of here, ball ain't a sport.
I played around the golf one time. Let me tell you, my nigga, you have no idea how much sunburn you can get holding your head down, trying to hit the golf. Damn near burnt the skin off my neck. I thought I had eczema, goddammit.
Man, all right. If you talking about getting eczema and you supposed to be a well-tuned athlete, nigga, you not a well-tuned athlete. That's my point. If you gotta go put some sunburn on or block on your goddamn neck before you go hit a fucking round of golf, you not an athlete. Fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? Yo. But even them motherfuckers, their bodies break down and shit. I think Tiger Woods had to have multiple surgeries on his fucking shoulder, right? So, I think all athletes take something, bro. We already know professional football players take shit. They take all these cortisone shots, all sorts of shit, just to keep their mind off of the goddamn injury that they got and to get right back on the field. Boxers do the same things. Don't let the motherfuckers fool you. The ones that have not been caught, that are outward talking, they taking shit too. They might not necessarily be taking stuff that's banned, right? You can't prove that. But they absolutely take performance-enhancing drugs that may not be banned on a VADA or WADA list. Absolutely, bro. All right? So, the motherfucker got caught. The old man comes out with his story, right? 5 years later. Now, the reason why boxing fans are so fucking stupid is because when we broke this story, You had a bunch of dumb motherfuckers out there, bro. Like niggas, like real talk be like if they were standing in front of me, I would just be like, you know what I'm saying? The snap slap, nigga just snap it. You know what I'm saying?
You can't just do that. You gotta.
Yeah, nigga, just don't follow through with it. Just snap that motherfucker back, nigga.
You do that, you look. Remember when your mama would do the shit, boy?
Yeah. That's where it come from. You feel that sting on your lips, nigga, for 5 minutes. You know what I'm saying? That's how I want to treat these dumbass motherfuckers, bro. You got a bunch of dumb motherfuckers that jump on the post and say, this doesn't matter, it's 5 years ago. Nigga, the incident was 5 years ago. The farmer selling his fucking story is now, dumb motherfucker. Which means, if he can't prove this shit to be bullshit, right? He loses credibility. It's not that difficult to understand that, dog. The reason why he may lose some credibility is because he's already been caught cheating before. Right? Now, I'm not big on this whole glove controversy, and we're going to jump into that in a little bit later. I'm not big on this whole fucking glove gate shit, bro. I'm not. All right? But there have been sparring partners that have helped him in training camp that have come out and said, yeah, the nigga has done some shady shit with the gloves in training camp. So now you got those guys, right? And then you would have this. That's 3 separate incidents, man. It would be difficult for Tyson Fury to gain or regain credibility that he had, right? And to gain extra credibility in the future if this is not exposed as bullshit. That's all I'm saying. Now, of course, you got motherfuckers, oh man, you're a fucking Wilder fan. Nigga, how the fuck am I a Wilder fan just because I published a story that the Daily Mail, which is a UK fucking source, the Sun, which is a UK source, and then you got fucking Yahoo, which is a worldwide source, published the same fucking story. But we're Wilder fans when we publish it. Oh boy, you know what that is, dog. Smell like a little racism, dog. You know what I'm saying? Not even racism. That's the wrong term. Smells like stereotyping. You see what I'm saying? You see a nigga with a motherfucking post about this shit, all of a sudden he's a Wilder fan, dog. Listen, the Glovegate shit, not into it, right? The Heil Hitler shit that this nigga they talking about somebody in his corner did, not into it. But when you got this farmer coming out here, I don't know this farmer. I'm not from the UK, right? All I got is a farmer basically saying, yeah, 5 years ago, nigga paid me off to basically to basically lie about the situation of me providing him some meat that had nandrolone in it. I'm running the story, dog. You know what I'm saying? That's it. Now, if he gets caught with perjury, right? If he gets caught with perjury, this motherfucker should no longer be walking the streets of wherever the fuck he's at. Yorkshire, Manchester, you know what I'm saying? Any of them motherfucking streets, Leeds, wherever the fuck he's at. He shouldn't be walking none of them, bro. Because he tried to slander a name of a professional fighter. But at the same time, dog, if they can't expose this as bullshit, it's going to be a problem, man. What you think about it, man?
Well, first of all, I just want to say something, man. Frank Warren is an OG. Because when a nigga tried to blackmail him, he said, hey, man, you take that shit up with UK.
Hell
Frank
yeah.
was like, hold on, player. Wait a minute, dog. You know how many motherfuckers I have ruined? I mean, you know how many motherfuckers?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Nigga, I've been around for years, nigga. You ain't blackmailing me.
Frank was like, hell on, motherfucker. You know how many motherfuckers I have buried? I mean, done away with? Don't come up in here with that bullshit. Think you gonna blackmail me? That might work with Eddie Hearn, but you better go on somewhere with that shit. Yeah. Push on, goddammit. I ain't worried about that shit. I got a new world heavyweight motherfucking champion. I got a contract with ESPN. Man, get the fuck out of my face.
Right. Exactly.
Frank Warren actually did what you talking about. He pow. Fuck on out of my face.
Yeah. Snap smack that motherfucker. Fuck up out of here, nigga.
But here's the problem, man. Listen, when it comes to certain people and certain fighters, you're always going to have people who are going to be on the that are immediately going to be defensive and immediately going to be offensive about it. Now you have us, we're in the middle. We're like, listen, man, this is what it is. This is what happens. This is the impact. This is what everybody said. Bam, that's it. But when you have the emotional beta male motherfuckers on the defensive side, on the offensive side, well, herein lies the problem. This is the shit that you have, because you made a very good point, which is if this dude turns out what he said is falsified what he said, then he shouldn't be walking the streets. But what he has effectively done, whether it's true or not true, because remember, it is harder to prove innocence than it is to prove guilt. Right. Everybody sticks around when something is first said, but only maybe a third of the motherfuckers stick around for the whole goddamn truth. Right. And what this dude have said is, if you don't like Tyson Fury and you don't think that he beat Deontay Wilder, this is something else you can hold on to. We never beat Wilder. This motherfucker shouldn't even been a fighter, man. He failed a fucking drug test. Now, never mind the fact that Wilder fought him the first time and this was never a fucking issue.
Right.
Never mind that shit, right? Matter of fact, never mind the fact that the motherfucker fought them other two niggas before Wilder and them two niggas after Wilder.
Wait a minute. Who failed the first time? You talking about Luis Ortiz?
No. I mean, never mind the fact that when Tyson Fury, this happened before Tyson Fury even got to Deontay Wilder in the first fight.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? Yeah. Never mind. We didn't hear nothing when he fought him in his first fight.
Right.
We didn't hear when he fought the two motherfuckers before Deontay Wilder or the two motherfuckers after Deontay. Nothing. But what this man has effectively done is, if you don't like Tyson Fury, this story is going to stick with him forever. Because I'll guarantee you that same news people who wrote this article, if you find that what this dude said to be bullshit, I'll guarantee you it won't be presented pow in your face like this later on fucking down the line. A year, you know what I'm saying, a year from now, because we all know how slow UCAD is and shit, right?
Yeah, hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Okay. Now, the thing with me is this. That had nothing to do with what we saw in Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder 2.
Nope. Nothing.
That's the thing that killed me. So if it has nothing to do with that, why are you saying we are the Wilder fans? So I guess all the people you name must be Wilder fans too.
That's what I'm saying. I've been telling these motherfuckers that they come in there, they say, oh man, these Wilder fans. I'm like, so you're saying the farmer is a fan of Deontay Wilder?
There you go.
He's the one that's saying it, not us. We just reporting the story.
Yeah. So the Daily Mail, a UK newspaper, are a fan of Deontay Wilder?
Daily Mail was not going for all three of these fucking these media sources were openly not going for Wilder. Matter of fact, Yahoo was the one that fucking dropped the whole Wilder in my suit is too heavy statement. They're the ones that dropped that. So if they was going for Wilder, then why the fuck would they promote a story like that of that magnitude if they were going for Wilder? That's why I say these fans are fucking stupid, dog. Dumb motherfuckers. I don't understand how these niggas get pussy, bro. It is a ongoing question how some of these males, nigga, these male boxing fans get pussy. I don't understand.
I can tell you how they get pussy, because nowadays women are dating women.
That's a good point, dog. That's a good fucking point. If you're a beta male, you might snag you a stud or a gay bitch because you on the same level as one of them. That's a good point. You know what I'm saying? Real talk, man. I just the shit is just insane, bro. You know, but you made a good point. And also, from what you're saying, we could segue right into Glovegate, right? You said this has nothing to do with what happened in Fury Wilder 2. Well, I believe the same thing about Glovegate. Let's just say Tyson Fury's hand was in the wrist of the glove. Right? Now, there's numerous videos out there. It's two things. Number one. Oh, Jesus Christ. Number one. I see a lot of pictures of Tyson Fury from the first fight. There's a couple from the second fight. Shout out to my man Heisenberg, threw 5 on it. There's a couple here and there, 1, 2, 3, 4 of the second fight. But the majority of the fucking arguments are from the first fight, right? The fight, they got a draw in, right? People who were saying Wilder won the fight were saying Wilder should have won the fight because he won by knockout. They weren't saying, majority of them anyway, were not saying Wilder lost the fight because the scorecards were fucked up. Not too many were saying that. The majority of the fans that said Wilder won the first fight is because they felt Fury got knocked out, bro. And he got a 15-second count like Buster Douglas did against Mike Tyson. You know what I'm saying? That's how they felt, right? But now all of a sudden, the glove of Tyson Fury seems to be the focal point of the first fight, right? Now, there's numerous videos out there. I can't remember who made this one particular video I'm about to discuss. But this dude literally went to the first fight, snagged some footage of the first fight, and it's not edited because I went to my goddamn recorded version of the first fight and found the snippets that he snagged. You know what I'm saying? So wasn't photoshopped, right? You can see Tyson Fury stepping back and he's fainting. He's doing a lot of that. And as he's doing that, he pulls his fucking shorts up. He pulls his shorts up with his left hand, by the way, the hand in question. You see him clench his glove. Well, how the fuck can you clench your motherfucking fist at the top of the glove if your fucking fist is in the wrist? That's not possible. Unless he slid it back down in the glove real quick, clenched his fist, and then slid it right back out. Fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? So, there's numerous videos of that shit. Right? Yeah, I saw Steve Cunningham's video. Sound like somebody that's pretty pissed off that Tyson Fury knocked him the fuck out. Because somebody asked him, they said, hey man, do you think Tyson Fury... See, a lot of... And this is another fighter. This is why a lot of fighters need PR people. Dude asked him on purpose. He said, hey man, do you think Tyson Fury cheated against you? He was like, you know what? I don't know. I gotta go see. When the fuck was that fight, Bo? That fight was like 2012, 2013, something like that. Man, I don't even remember when the fucking fight was, dog. Bro, he knocked you out with a right hand straight to the temple, my nigga. He moved you over to the corner, then swung and hit you with a right hand with the top of his glove, knocked you the fuck out. You weren't hurt by no slap of the wrist. Furthermore, bruh, you got niggas saying he's hitting him like this, dog. You will break this and this if you hit like that. See, a lot of these motherfuckers complaining besides Steve Cunningham, they're not fighters. You can't go to a gym and punch like this or this. You'll break your fucking shit, bro. You break your shit. No boxing trainer in the history of boxing, even back in bare knuckles, man, told their fighters, yeah, it's okay to just hit them like this. Don't worry about it. Nobody. Now, one thing I will admit is this. The glove does look weird, right? Mm-hmm. It's just flapping everywhere. It looks bad. And that's why a lot of people are actually moving from, oh, man, you know what I'm saying? He didn't do it, to damn, it does look kind of suspicious. But then you got to go look at him hitting the mitts. There's footage of him hitting the fucking mitts in training camp. And he's flapping that motherfucker out there. He's just slapping it out there while he's hitting the mitts. You know, I think it was Ben Davison was coming forward. Tyson Fury was stepping back, and he just flipping that shit out there. Flipping it out there, right? Looks exactly the same way it did against Deontay Wilder. It's a difficult situation. But the reason why I don't fuck with Glovegate, is because Glovegate had no bearing on Deontay Wilder not moving his head, not utilizing his athleticism, not providing angles, not keeping his fucking hands up, pulling back when he's moving backwards, hell, only moving backwards and forwards, and the big one for the $1 million grand prize, relying on one fucking punch. Glovegate has nothing to do with any of those fucking factors. That right there is solely why I don't fuck with Glovegate, dog. Because at the end of the day, even if Tyson Fury comes into the third fight and says, you know what? I won't have my hand on my wrist in this fight. I'll put it in my glove. I still need Deontay Wilder to do everything that I just said, right? He's got to get rid of all of those things. Or he loses again. That's why I don't fuck with Glovegate, dog. What do you think about it, man?
Here's why I don't fuck with Glovegate. I don't fuck with Glovegate because I just don't fucking care. I don't. Motherfuckers got to learn to take their L. Okay? Because last time I checked, the fighter goes into the ring and fight, right? Now, everybody else from the ref to the commissioner to the trainers, it's their jobs to make sure that everything is going down the way it's supposed to happen when they're in that ring. The ref is in that ring to make sure there's no bullshit going down. The corner is supposed to be observing to see what the fighter's doing to advise their fighter. So if the referee didn't catch or nothing to say nothing, if the corner didn't catch nothing and say nothing, and if all of us out here didn't catch it in real fucking time with our own eyes when it happened, then why the fuck are we talking about this? Why? Why are we talking? Because Deontay Wilder wins, we hear nothing about these fucking gloves. Not a goddamn motherfucking word about the gloves. Nothing. So I don't fuck with Glovegate because what it does is, number one, it ruins what was a great fight and a great night in heavyweight boxing that we have not had in a long time. That's the first thing it does. The second thing it does, it proves what we always say. Y'all motherfuckers got to stop holding on so goddamn tight. Motherfucker.
Yeah, bro.
To these motherfucking entities. Y'all holding these motherfuckers like they bitches. Stop.
Well, I mean, it's political. That's why. It's not just about boxing. That's the fucking problem. Like I said before, you cannot go to an athlete and expect this nigga to be your martyr when it comes to standing up for political issues. You can't do that. And on top of them doing that, they deify these athletes. When you deify anybody, even like I have a lot of niggas that have fucked with me when I've gone to fights, and they've been like, dog, man, you my nigga, man, 3 Kings boxing, man, word up. A lot of motherfuckers have done that. And it's cool. I appreciate it. But don't deify me, bro. Mm-hmm. Because I'm a man at the end of the day. I'm going to fail at something. You know what I'm saying? And y'all niggas are going to see that. The ones that may deify me or Bo or anybody else, right? We're going to fail. Then now you got to answer for our failures, basically. Nobody else has to answer for that. We're human beings, nigga. We're not gods. You know what I'm saying? We're not somebody that people should worship, right? That's the fucking problem you're seeing. People that worship Deontay Wilder now have to answer for the fact that this nigga has been basically reduced to a human. He's no longer this deity that was way above everybody and was the sole leader of this political shit. Now he's this human, and they are forced to answer for his falsities, bro. That's the fucking problem. You see what I'm saying? And that's why you got people not taking the loss, man. Deontay Wilder's taking it. besides the fact of the uniform thing, he ain't out here saying, I haven't heard him say anything about Glovegate.
No, I haven't either.
I haven't heard him say anything about this last situation with the farmer. Wilder is being smart as fuck right now by not saying nothing, and hopefully he is in preparation, dog. And we're going to get to that too. Got a lot of shit to talk about when it comes to this. Hopefully he's in preparation, dog. And he's doing everything that I said that he needs to do in order to have a chance in a third fight with Tyson Fury, bro. But I applaud Wilder for not saying a goddamn thing about none of this shit, bro. Because it would make him look like a bitch. Straight up and down want it. It would.
Yeah, it would. You're right.
And
that's
just, listen, like I told that one cat, can't remember his name. I said, you are a supporter of somebody, right? A heavy supporter of somebody, which means that you would be their friend if given the opportunity, right?
Right.
Now you're with that friend, right? As a real friend, you're going to tell that person what the fuck he did wrong, man. You're not going to ride with him if he did some shit wrong. I'm like, hey, man, you still my nigga. Word up. Understand this. But this is what you need to do to get here. That's my opinion. That's what I've seen as I've observed the situation. This is what you need to do to get here, fam. And it's all love from there. You're not a real friend if you're looking for fucking excuses. That's not a real friend. It's not a real supporter. You know what I'm saying? So that's the fucking problem right there, Bo. Is political when it should have never been fucking political. Take him for what he is, a man, right? And a highly tuned athlete who's good at his craft, and take him for that. That's it. You won't have this fucking problem. Go ahead, man.
Well, see, you know, a lot of problem is, and you know, motherfuckers don't get mad, and it is what it is. A lot of problem is a lot of these people out here have not been taught the correct way about being a man. And what I mean by that is someone can show you about how to be a man, but no one has showed you the correct way, right? I looked up to my grandfather. Prodigy can tell y'all this. He can attest to this, right? He done been in my house. He done seen the fucking pictures and shit, you know. My grandfather, you know, he was my dad because I didn't have one. I told my grandfather, I said, man, when I grow up, I'm going to be just like you. I didn't say I want to be. I said, I'm going to be just like you. My grandfather stopped what he was doing to me, looked back, and he said, you need to be better than me.
Yep. Tell my son that all the time, bro. Yep.
And I said, what's better than being me? I said, what's better than being you? He said, you. Because no matter how hard I try, I'll never be you. And you cannot make my mistakes. That way you will be better than me. That was a very valuable fucking lesson I learned. And it taught me about how you have to go about being a man the right way. I don't idolize no motherfucker. Do I talk to people? Do I share things with people? Maybe am I inspired by certain things people fucking do? Yes. But I don't sit here and idolize no fucking body, because at the end of the day, you make something very. I don't idolize people because of one reason. Not just the simple fact that I don't want to answer for their fuck ups. I don't ever want this motherfucker to be in a position to where my idolizing him made this motherfucker think he's over me. I don't ever want you to think those shit like that.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? I don't ever want you to think that by me idolizing you, I think I'm over you. And that's exactly what's happened with Wilder. That's why he made the video saying, you're king.
Right.
See?
Right.
And that's the problem is when you cannot tell a person or be honest with a person about what they've done wrong, these motherfuckers will never improve. When a bitch don't tell a nigga he's fucking up, he ain't fucking her right, he going out here displeasing a whole bunch of goddamn women, that's when they call 2K and Bo. I mean, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
You fucking right.
I didn't mean to say that out loud.
You fucking right. Y'all, hey, hold up, nigga. In my Leonard Ellaby voice. Y'all heard him. You know what I'm saying? Shit. No fake news, nigga. Oh, man. But, nah, listen, man. My man GM Strong threw 5 on it. He said if Team Wilder isn't complaining about the gloves, why are his fans? Exactly. Like, it was something that, like I said, it looks weird. I will give them that. Mm-hmm. But the extent at which a lot of his fans have gone with this shit, bro, it's ridiculous, man. Cut it out, man. Stop it, bro. Go watch the fight, man. Deontay Wilder was hurt repeatedly with the right hand. You're complaining about the left. You know what I'm saying? Niggas actually was out here saying that the left slap that Tyson Fury threw, I believe in round 3 that was. Yeah, round 3. The left hand slap. You know what I'm saying? Fucking wobbled Wilder. It hurt him. The left hand slap. Not the right hand full on punch, nigga. And Tyson Fury being right handed, by the way. Nah, nigga, it was the left hand slap. That wobbled this nigga. Now, I've seen Wilder hit by bombs, bro. You know what I'm saying? Fucking Eric Molina was killing this nigga with uppercuts on the inside, man. You know, I mean, uppercut after fucking uppercut on the inside by fucking Eric Molina, right? Luis Ortiz was hitting this nigga with bombs, man. In that 7th round, I believe it was, right?
Sir.
Beating the shit out of Wilder. Wilder did not go down, bro. He did
not
go down.
That motherfucker, if that motherfucker was an actual real 35-year-old Cuban, he'd have won that fight.
Yeah. If he was really his age, he might have won that fight. The listed age, yeah. You fucking right. You know what I'm saying? I've seen Wilder hit by bombs, man. Arthur Spilka was landing on Wilder, man. You know what I'm saying? Now, Tyson Fury coming into this fight, and see, this is why I tell motherfuckers they should watch what they say, because a nigga like me is always going to turn it back on you, man. Motherfuckers was saying Tyson Fury can't knock out shit. They was killing it. You know what I'm saying? People over in the UK, motherfuckers over here, they was killing it. Tyson Fury can't knock out shit. He's feather-fisted. He couldn't even knock out Otto Wallen, right? So if that's the case, then how would a goddamn slap of his offhand hurt Deontay Wilder, who was hit by bombs by guys that you guys would say hit harder than Tyson Fury? Motherfuckers hate when 2K is too logical with it, bro. You can't slap a nigga and be feather-fisted and hurt him. It won't happen. You know what I'm saying? Another thing I got to say about this shit, bro. Understand that this is what motherfuckers don't understand, non-fighters, right? The gloves are actually worse. And you can attest to this, Bo. Gloves are actually worse. Gloves are designed to protect the puncher's hand. Mm-hmm. They're not designed to protect the person being hit. They're not. That's why they're weighted, right? Gloves after 147 pounds, I believe, are 10 ounces, right? Or 8 ounces. It's the other way around. I think it's 8 ounces after... or 10 ounces after 147 pounds.
Yeah, it's 10 ounces after 147.
After 147 is 10 ounces, right? So, those 10 ounces are packed on in the way of cushioning inside the glove to protect the puncher's hand, bro. So, when you deliver a blow, not only are you delivering raw strength from your blow, you're delivering the added 10 ounces to that blow. That's what the fucking opponent feels, dog. This is why. I'm going to give you a good example. This is why. You see a lot more motherfuckers getting brain bleeds and shit and being disfigured in boxing than you do in other handheld combative sports. Like MMA, for example. Motherfuckers be getting the dog shit beat out of them in MMA, nigga. I mean, did you just see that bitch, Joanna Jujekvich, whatever her name is? This motherfucker had an alien sitting on her goddamn head, nigga. It was way worse than Hasim Rahman, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Way worse, bro. That motherfucker, nigga. Somebody literally put a football on her head, nigga, on some Hey Arnold shit. You know what I'm saying? She was the real football head, nigga. You know what I'm saying? So she chilling like this, nigga, after the fight, bro. Right? They be getting the shit beat out of them in UFC, MMA, shit, other bare knuckle type fights, right?
Mm-hmm.
But that's fucked up. The Texas nigga say he said she looked like Shelly Finkel. That's fucked up. But look, my point is this. That's fucked up. My point is this. The reason why you don't see many of those brain bleeds and shit like that in those other combative hand-to-hand sports is because they don't have the added padding to the gloves, man. It's damn near bare knuckles. You see what I'm saying? So then you also got to put on top of that, as I said before, the years of fighters taking those types of shots, man. Hell, even in the amateurs, the reason why they were talking about getting rid of the headgear in the amateurs, because that actually doesn't even work the way they think it works. Nigga, headgear in the amateurs, that shit makes it worse. Because it literally helps rattle your fucking brain, bro, with headgear on your fucking head. That's why there's an ongoing debate of getting rid of the headgear in the amateurs, man. So all this padding and shit that you think is helpful, it's really not. And in all honesty, back in the Jack Johnson, Jack Dempsey days, right? And then you had my man Sullivan, the white dude, bare knuckles dude, can't think of his name. Right? John L. Sullivan.
John L. Sullivan, you're right.
Back in those days, even further back than way further back than Jack Johnson and Jack Dempsey, right?
It was bare knuckles.
Niggas was bare knuckles, right? Motherfuckers died, right? Shit happens. But what you see today, motherfuckers slurring their speech and all that, right? Motherfuckers only being able to fight 3-4 times max a year. Because if not, they end up like, what's the Puerto Rican cat, dog? I can't think of his name.
The one that had the bleed on his head. Yeah. Right?
Yeah, Terrell Williams gave it to him. Can't think of his name.
I can't think of his name right now. I know you're talking about Puerto Rican cat. That dude fought 5 times.
Fought 5 times, yeah.
That shit was fucking crazy, man.
But it's not crazy because back then they did it all the time.
They did.
But it's the difference in which we have the padding on the gloves. You know, then you can go into the food we eat and all the other shit, but we won't go into that, right? But it's the way everything is today. It's not better. Pritchard Cologne, thank you to Texan. It's not better than what it was back in those days, even though a lot of niggas like to say it is. It's not. So the point I'm trying to get to is this. If Tyson Fury hit Deontay Wilder with an open palm, nigga, or even this part of his fucking hand, that would be less effective than hitting him with a full-on punch behind a 10-ounce glove, man. That's all I'm saying, man. Common sense. It's common sense, Bo.
You know.
Let me do this real quick before you go in. My bad. Let me do this. My man G. Benson threw $10 on. He said, I agree with Prodigy. The best way Wilder can come back is to make adjustments. Look at the tape. Fight smarter and be better prepared. Wilder was gassed after 3, and Glovegate isn't the problem. Exactly, big dog. Word up. Go ahead, Bo.
What I'm finna say is, here's the thing that people got to understand. The number one thing a fighter will do, the number one thing a fighter will do is what? Protect their motherfucking hands. Why? Because these are their money makers.
Yep.
All right? These motherfuckers is worth millions of dollars. All right?
Right.
Okay?
Right.
That's the reason why. Think about it. Deontay Wilder, hardest puncher in fucking boxing. When Billy Joe Saunders threw that chicken and ran, Deontay didn't chase after him. He said, shit, I ain't fucking myself up. I ain't chasing this
Exactly. Exactly. You're right.
I'm gonna fuck myself up chasing this motherfucker.
You're Right. Exactly.
Twist my motherfucking knee and hurt my ankle and shit. Fuck out of here. I ain't doing that shit.
Right.
Okay. Motherfuckers think Floyd Mayweather walk around with bodyguards. No, Floyd Mayweather don't want him. No, motherfucker, I ain't fighting no goddamn body.
Yeah, nigga.
This is crazy.
Floyd little nigga, man. Nigga, I go up to Floyd and be like, oh, nigga. You know what I'm saying? I do that shit to Floyd, bro. He's a little nigga.
But even Floyd ain't trying to do that. As a matter of fact, the one fighter that did it, Mike Tyson, when he punched who? Mitch Green. That motherfucking hand swole up like this. Remember Tyson's hand swole the fuck up? He's sitting there and shit.
Hell yeah.
Hell
yeah.
Right? So fighters are always going to do what they have to do to protect their hand. You don't protect your hand doing what y'all are saying Tyson Fury was trying to fucking do. You don't protect your hand like that at all, period. So, listen, I'm not going to try to dispute or argue or go back and forth with people about it, okay? My grandfather told me something a long time ago. Sometimes you have to stop talking to people, otherwise they'll dumb you down.
Yeah. Exactly, bro. Exactly.
So I refuse to let motherfuckers dumb me down for some shit that I know, but at the very end of the day, all of this we talking about, well, it means absolutely nothing if Deontay Wilder didn't have the deficiencies we talking about. And that's just the reality. I don't give a fuck what y'all try to tell me. If Deontay Wilder was moving, does Tyson Fury throws that punch? Hell, does he even land that punch? If Deontay Wilder stand on the outside, is Tyson Fury that close to him? If Deontay Wilder is throwing punches back, is Tyson Fury, being that aggressive? I mean, if Deontay Wilder's not standing on the goddamn center line. I mean, there's so many things I can say here that he could have done to negate that, but he didn't do it. So, again, man, the corner didn't see it. The ref didn't see it. Wilder ain't talking about it. Then why is this a fucking issue?
Exactly. Like I said, it's political. And when you deify a motherfucker and that motherfucker becomes a human after that, now you gotta answer for all his transgressions, bro. All of them. And that's exactly what they're doing right now. That's exactly what they're doing. I've seen videos of people going ape shit, bro. Like, the video would start off cool. Yeah, Deontay Wilder's gonna come back. Very good fight. You know what I'm saying? Got caught. He got caught. It was good. But
right.
He'll be back. And for all you bitch ass punk motherfuckers, fuck you niggas, suck my dick, nigga. I'll fuck your mom. I like, damn. Hold on, nigga. Damn. Wait a minute, nigga. The video was good until you start doing all that shit. What the fuck was that all about? You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers is really that mad, bro. Motherfuckers really that mad, dog. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not even joking, bro. I'm not joking, man. This is real shit. This is real, nigga. No fake news, man. You know what I'm saying?
Niggas went from David Banner to the Incredible Hulk.
Yeah, nigga. I was feeling it, bro. I was like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's what's up, man. Damn, it's a good ass video, man. Yeah, he gonna come back, dog. All you gotta do, use his head, you know what I'm saying? Provide angles, feint, use the jab, don't rely on the right hand. Yeah, man, real nice shit. Whoa, hold up, nigga, damn. Nigga, push stop. Let me stop this motherfucker, nigga. Nigga, when I feel like this shit was too X-rated, nigga, that's bad, bro. When I feel like it was too much for my ears, nigga, that's bad. Cause I'm a dirty motherfucker, as y'all know. If it's too bad for my ears, nigga, that's fucking bad, bro. That's bad, man. You know what I'm saying?
I'm sorry.
That make no goddamn sense, man.
Oh, shit.
Get that fucking mad over another man losing, bro. Stop it, man.
Oh,
Cut
man.
it out, man.
Oh,
Let's talk about Tyson Fury's future, man. So, my man said he got 2 fights left. He's a WBC champion. He's got 2 fights left. We know one of those fights is going to be the Deontay Wilder trilogy if COVID-19 allows them 2 niggas to fight in July, right? Now, one of the things I wanted to get to, we're gonna get to in this particular segment, right? But you got Deontay Wilder. What should he do after that, Bo? 2 fights
Tyson
left.
Fury?
Yeah, he got Deontay Wilder. What should he do after that? It's very
He
easy.
should go ahead on and go for undisputed, right off into this fucking sunset.
Absolutely. Now, let me ask you this: if he goes for undisputed, let's say he beats Deontay Wilder, in the third fight, fights Anthony Joshua, whatchamacallit, Robert Hell Anus. You know what I'm saying? Ain't sitting there waiting. Charles Martin ain't sitting there waiting. Both of those organizations allow for an undisputed fight, which they will. You know what I'm saying? My man Heisenberg put $2 on. He said, COVID-19 is in these streets. Hell yeah, they are. COVID-19 all up in these streets, not infecting black folks. Ain't that something? Anyway, my point is this. My point is this, bro. So, they allow for undisputed, which they would, right? Here's the deal. Is 2 fights enough at 31 years old? Looking at Tyson Fury's resume, let's be realistic. Mm-hmm. Derek Chisora,
mm-hmm.
Steve Cunningham, mm-hmm. Vladimir Klitschko,
mm-hmm.
which is a huge one. That's a bigger win than Wilder. Wilder's more meaningful because of the how pretty much the buildup of the fight, right?
Mm-hmm.
But Vladimir is the biggest win of his career. Then you got Wilder. Then you would have Anthony Joshua for undisputed. Would that be enough to say Tyson Fury is one of the greatest heavyweights of all time?
Oh, one of the greatest?
One of the greatest.
No.
Really?
No.
Yeah, you got. Let's hear this.
No.
Let's hear this.
No.
Oh shit, you gonna make some niggas mad again, bro.
Mad on the fuck they want. When I've seen resumes of guys like Muhammad Ali, when I've seen resumes of guys like Larry Holmes, when I've seen resumes, and if you want to talk, shit, Vladimir Klitschko took on all the young comers that was up and coming his motherfucking way when he did it. Okay? Lennox motherfucking Lewis, Mike motherfucking Tyson. It's hard for me to say he's in that ilk right there. That's hard for me to say, right? Now, if you want to talk Hall of Fame, that's a different topic because you got Inglewood Johansson and fucking Arturo Gotti in the motherfucker. So okay. Right.
Ingemar Johansson, Arturo Gotti. I always forget the other one, man. The fucking 2-time was he a featherweight? The Irish dude. Barry McGuigan.
Right. Barry McGuigan,
yeah.
Right? But for me, for somebody who looks at the heavyweight division, because you're only talking those 3 guys, right? Now, the biggest one, like you said, is Vladimir Klitschko. He was the biggest one. He had the longest reign. Okay? Well, Deontay Wilder was a one-dimensional fighter. Deontay Wilder, and again, cats can get mad at me, was a B- level fighter with elite level power, and that took him all the way to the fucking stratosphere.
You said B-?
Right? Yeah.
Deontay Wilder?
Yeah.
C+. C. You want to be realistic. C to C+ level fighter with A+ level power.
Right, with elite level power.
Yep.
that took him all the way. Now it's not to say that he had heart, he had determination, and he was strong-willed and strong-minded to go along with that power. That took him all the way. But the level of competition the man fought, he wasn't truly tested by a top fighter by a fighter, an elite level, A-level fighter, until Tyson Fury.
Well, here's the deal. Tyson Fury fans also throw their own foot in their mouth, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because before the first Deontay Wilder fight, they were all saying, yeah, Deontay Wilder, he hasn't fought nobody. Tyson Fury's an elite fighter. He moves like a cruiserweight. Look what he did to Vladimir Klitschko. But Deontay Wilder's a fucking bum. He's fought 40 nobodies and one old man, right? So now, when Tyson Fury defeats him, you can't say Deontay Wilder was an A-level fucking opponent, nor can you give him an A-level type of win when you're scrutinizing Deontay Wilder, because before that fight, you were saying he was a bum.
Yep.
Go ahead, bro.
And then, okay, now everybody gonna say, well, what about Anthony Joshua? Well, mind you, we saw what Anthony Joshua made up against Vladimir Klitschko, but mind you, that was a Vladimir Klitschko that was over 40, hadn't fought in 2 years, and Tyson Fury had already dispatched to him.
Yep.
Okay? Tyson Fury already dispatched to him. Then after that, he fought regular journeyman type of guys after that. He fought Carlos Takam. Joseph Parker was not that fucking good. Nobody was talking about Joseph Parker like he was this beast of a killer of our era. Matter of fact, when you mention Joseph Parker, like you would say, oh yeah, Anthony Joshua is about to grab 3 belts. That's what motherfucker was saying. Anthony Joshua's about to grab 3 belts. That's what motherfuckers were saying.
Right.
They were selling that belt. Why? Because Parker had to either fight Wilder or Joshua. But he went with the one that was going to give him the most motherfucking money. That's just what he did. Hence why after Joshua, we saw what happened to the motherfucker.
Right.
Okay? Then Joshua goes on and he loses to a C-level fighter, to Andy fucking Ruiz. So, if I look at Tyson Fury beating Wilder, beating Joshua, that's not enough meat on the bone with them 2 people for me to say I can put him in there with the Alis and the George Foremans and the Frazier's and the Larry motherfucking Holmes and the Mike Tysons and the Evander Holyfields and the Riddick motherfucking Bowes and the Lennox goddamn Lewises and shit and the motherfuckers like that. No, that's not enough meat on the bone for me to do that, man, with right there. And a lot of people will always talk about, Mike Tyson, his resume. Listen, Mike Tyson fought everybody and anybody that was out there. Now, there's some guys that he didn't fight that I wanted to see. Yes, but I can name some fucking contenders that wasn't champion that had more meat on the bone than what I'm looking at when I'm looking at Anthony Joshua and Deontay Wilder.
Yeah.
Jerry fucking Query. I could talk Jerry Query. I could talk Ray motherfucking Mercer. I mean, Ike Bear motherfucking Bucci. I mean, damn,
Yeah.
So for him to say one of the greatest, no, I can't say one of the greatest. But if you want to say the best of his era, most definitely. I'll give him that.
I mean, so one thing you said was you wouldn't give him too much credit for beating Anthony Joshua because Anthony Joshua did lose the fat-ass, overweight Andy Ruiz. But you got to understand, like, Leon Spinks is seen as one of the greatest heavyweights of all time.
Mm-hmm. No. Hold
on, nigga.
I said it's not. He lost to a C-level fighter like Andy Ruiz. So it's hard for me to look at Joshua and say, well, outside of Klitschko, because Klitschko was coming off that loss, then he loses to Andy Ruiz. That does take a little bit of that sting off of it.
All I'm going to say is, bro, Leon Spinks gave Muhammad Ali his 3rd loss.
Yeah, he did. Only 9-0.
Right after drawing to Scott Liddell? Leon Spinks got knocked out by Carlos De Leon, nigga.
Mm-hmm. He did?
Leon Spinks retired 26-17. Now, a lot of them losses were later in his career. He did lose a few of them early in his career, but a lot of them were later. But my point is this. If you scrutinize Tyson Fury for beating an Anthony Joshua that defeated an Andy Ruiz, then surely you can scrutinize a guy like Leon Spinks and Ken Norton, who are seen as 2 of the greatest heavyweights of all time.
Mm-hmm.
So you're telling me Tyson Fury wouldn't be above them?
If you want to put them above them, yeah, because I didn't name them.
I'm just asking. I haven't given my opinion yet. I'm asking you the question.
I was about to say, I didn't name them. Would he be above them? In my honest opinion, when it comes to Ken Norton, I can see Ken Norton because Ken Norton did get blown away by Jerry Cooney.
Yes, sir.
In the first round, he got obliterated in the first round by Jerry Cooney. So when it comes to Ken Norton, I could kind of, I could see that, him being above Ken Norton. Spinks,
Absolutely.
Yeah,
it's not even that hard for me because Ken Norton was, listen, we're talking about undisputed. Ken Norton was never undisputed champion.
That's true. That's true. That's true.
That's easy.
So I could give him. I could see Ken Norton. I definitely could give you Spinks though.
Leon Spinks was an undisputed champion.
Yeah, but
what about Michael Spinks? What about him?
nah.
What about Riddick Bowe? What about Evander Holyfield?
Hell no, he don't go above them. No. He don't go above them.
Yeah, I have to agree. 100%. Tyson Fury is 31 years old. I just named his resume. For those who didn't hear me or came in late, whatever. You've got Derek Chisora twice.
Mm-hmm.
Steve Cunningham. Vladimir Klitschko, right? Deontay Wilder. And if he beats him for the third fight, it'll be twice, right? And then it would be Anthony Joshua. The reason why I wouldn't want him to retire after Anthony Joshua is because I would need him to beat a few more contenders with names like Luis Ortiz, right? The top contenders of this. Defend your undisputed championship at least 3 or 4 times, right? If he wins undisputed and defends that bitch 3 to 4 times, hell, he could even rematch Anthony Joshua, which he probably would if he were to take all his belts. There would be a rematch there. He beats him. Now, not only have you beaten the 2 top fighters of this particular decade, right? Right? Well, I don't want to say, of the last 5 years, let's say that, right? The 2 top fighters of the last 4 to 5 years, right? Not only have you beaten both of them, but you've beaten both of them twice.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying?
Convincingly.
One of which was a defense of the undisputed crown. Then he takes on Dillian White, who's the next in line, right? Luis Ortiz will be the next in line, right?
Alexander
Usyk absolutely be the next in line. And shout out to my man Lawrence Williams. He said earlier, don't forget about the WBO and Usyk. Usyk is the mandatory in the WBO for Anthony Joshua. But I think they would allow Usyk to fight a couple more fights before they throw him in there with Anthony Joshua. So, and plus Eddie Hearn has both of them. Eddie Hearn will pull some strings to make sure that the WBO doesn't mandate that fight too early. So I'm not too worried about the WBO, right? But Usyk, the last undisputed cruiserweight champion, if he gets those fucking 3 names, bruh, on top of Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua twice, oh.
It's a conversation. It becomes a conversation. It definitely becomes a conversation because you can only fight who's in your era and who's looked at as the best in your era.
Exactly, bro.
So it definitely becomes a conversation.
It becomes a conversation. Now, is he better than Joe Louis, Muhammad Ali,
Frazier,
Larry Holmes? No.
Yeah.
No. He's not better than them, in my opinion. Right? But he's damn for sure up there within that top 15, top 10 range if he takes care of all those names. If he just retires after becoming undisputed, doesn't defend, that drops him down there in like the 20s and 25s, the 30s. You know what I'm saying? Like niggas like Jersey Joe Walcott, Ezra Charles. Charles is my nigga, by the way, bro. That's my dude.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Them dudes are way above him, man. He's not in their league. And that's with him becoming undisputed, right? And that's just because this era. It's not a good era. The Vladimir Klitschko era wasn't a good era.
No,
you know what I'm saying? That's why Vladimir Klitschko's not that high, even though this motherfucker ranks second on the most title defenses by a heavyweight, behind Joe Louis. He still doesn't rank that high for me. The era was trash. And on top of that, listen, man, I remember a lot of people were saying that Vladimir Klitschko and Vitaly Klitschko should have fought. And I was one of them dudes like, man, I don't want to see that shit. Because Vitaly is basically a big brother to Vladimir Klitschko. That's his big brother. And he treated him that way, right? So much so that he said, hey, little brother, you be the guy that has all the belts. I'll just have one belt, the WBC. You'll be the guy that gets all the attention. Even though I'm the better fighter, I'm the more technically sound, right? I have the better chin. Man, Vitaly Klitschko was way better than Vladimir Klitschko, in my opinion. He was way better than him. But he allowed his brother, his little baby brother, to have all the shine, right? So I knew that if those two ever fought, Vitaly would take a dive in order for his brother to become undisputed. But here's the deal. As much as I didn't want to see that bullshit, they should have made it. They should have just made it. Create some backstory where, I don't know, Vladimir fucked his wife and they hate each other. You know what I'm saying? Vladimir fucked Vitaly's wife and they hate each other. Now they're going to fight and it's going to be a real fight. Motherfucking, the fans would have believed it, Bo. The fans, we just talked about in the first segment how dumb the fans are. They're dumb as fuck. They would have believed it. They were stupid enough to be calling for the fight in the first place. So they dumb as fuck. They're dumb enough to believe a story like that. They would have believed it. Mm-hmm. It would have been a big-ass fucking fight, right? It would have been a big-ass build-up to the fight. Would have ended up being a sold-out fucking fight over in Germany, and it would have been fixed for Vladimir Klitschko to become undisputed. If that would have happened, he would have been much higher in the rankings. But they didn't do it.
No.
But without that undisputed crown, in my opinion, given the era he was in, Vladimir is not ranked that high, in my opinion. Now, let me ask you this. If Tyson Fury gets undisputed, would he be ranked higher than Vladimir Klitschko? He doesn't have to not defending his titles. If he just gets undisputed, would he be ranked higher than Klitschko?
Yes. Yes. I would put him higher than Klitschko because he went for undisputed. Vladimir Klitschko, when his brother Vitaly dropped the belt, he could have told the WBC, listen, I want to fight for your belt. Who's the number one ranked dude? I want to fight him. And he could have did that and went for undisputed. And that would have added on top of, like you said, the era being weak. But at least with the era being weak, you would have established yourself as the top motherfucking dude because you had all the fucking belts and it has to go through me. If you think about all the champions that were undisputed, regardless of however you want to say about them, the one thing about them was, what we remember about them was there was nobody else but them. All roads led to that motherfucker right there. The path to a title went through that motherfucker right there. I talk about Marvin Hagler, and I talk about how Mustafa Hamsho and cats like him and Scorpion and them dudes were never champions. Why? Because all paths led through Hagler.
You're right about that.
So definitely, if he would have became just like Mike Tyson, just like Lennox Lewis, all paths led through Tyson if you wanted to be champion. All paths led through Holyfield. All paths led through Lewis. So in my honest opinion, because that's just how I feel about it. When you establish yourself where all paths lead through you and only you, then yeah, you be higher. That's just like you as the father of the house. You have 6 boys, right? But them niggas know all paths lead through you. Not one of them other niggas can say, oh yeah, I'm the man of the house. No, motherfucker, you bet not.
Well, here's my deal. Vladimir Klitschko was a champion for 13 combined years. He was a champion for 3 years. He beat Chris Bird, then lost to Corey Sanders, then got it back, then lost it to Layman Brewer, then got it back again, right? Or Layman Brewster, then got it back again, right? So the motherfucker was champion for a combined 13 fucking years, bro. He had something like 21 title defenses, something 19, something like that. I can't remember. But you know it's behind Joe Louis. You're saying that Tyson Fury, who has not had a title defense yet, he became unified champion, got stripped, and went on a coke binge. Came back. You know what I'm saying? Came back, won 1 title. if the route that we're talking about happens, he will defend that title against Wilder, and then beat Anthony Joshua for undisputed, and then defend the WBC title for a second time. So total, he will have 2 title defenses en route to becoming unified, WBC, then undisputed. Only 2 title defenses. You're saying he's still above Vladimir Klitschko?
I would, because of how I hold undisputed. I wouldn't have a problem if other people wouldn't do it because let's be very clear. He was, I think he was what? He's second, and like you said, most title defenses. Yeah. 13 years being dominant, even though it was a weak era, but he fought all the guys that was coming in, and there were some names in there. You had Brian Jennings and all them cats come along.
Seen Rockman.
Yeah, so there were some names in there. But because of how I view undisputed, I just always felt that you should have made it clear that all paths led through you. So if Tyson Fury does that, he would have established himself in me saying all paths lead through him. The hole in my argument is, and I'm gonna say it because a smart motherfucker like you will say it, so I'm gonna say it myself. The hole in my argument will be is, but Bo, all paths don't lead through him if the motherfucker drops the belt and retire.
Absolutely. Well, let me ask you this, Bo. Is David Haye a better win than Deontay Wilder?
Yes. And fuck you, because I know what you and fuck you for making me answer that question.
I knew it. I was like, yeah, boy, I got him. David Haye is a better win than Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua, skill-wise, in my opinion. Anthony Joshua is a better win accolade-wise because it's for 3 fucking belts. When Klitschko beat David Haye, he was just defending his titles. David Haye had the WBA regular title. He had beat Nikolai Valuev and shit for that regular title, right? And Klitschko had the super title. He was just defending his shit, right? But see, the reason why David Haye is a better win, and arguably he's a better win than Deontay Wilder, but arguably a better win would be a better win than Anthony Joshua. It's because David Haye is a former fucking cruiserweight or unified champion. I think he was undisputed. I think David Haye was undisputed, man. Can you remember that off the top?
No, because I know the last undisputed cruiserweight champion was O'Neal Bell.
Oh, you fucking right. Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay.
I ain't even got to look that up. You fucking right. Because O'Neal Bell was undisputed champion in 2007 and lost that bitch. Well, he got stripped of the IBF, and then he lost in his very next fight, which is a rematch against Jean-Marc Mormick. You're absolutely right. So David Haye was a unified champion, but there's only 2 unified cruiserweight champions that went on to become heavyweight champion. You know who those 2 are?
Spinks and
Nope.
No, Holyfield.
Cruiserweight.
Right?
Yeah.
Holyfield and David Haye.
That's it. That's why. Only 2 unified cruiserweight champions that went on to become heavyweight champion. Now,
Spinks was light heavyweight. I don't know why.
Spinks was light heavyweight. A lot of niggas is gonna say, man, he wasn't a real heavyweight champion. Shit, nigga had WBA regular title. I'll say it again. If you think Canelo is a 4-division champion, then you gotta say David Haye was a champion. Why? Because Canelo's 3rd division was the WBA regular title at 168. 4th was the WBO at light heavyweight, man. But if you walking around these streets saying Canelo is only a 3-division title holder, then hey, man, you cool with me. But at the end of the day, the WBA grants basically the championship status to 2 belt holders, super and regular. That's why them niggas needed to fucking consolidate those belts in 2015. That's why they needed to do it. And they never did it. Not only did they never do it, they introduced more belts. Motherfucking gold champion, silver, bronze, nigga, copper champion. Get the fuck out of here, man. They got a bunch of belts over there, nigga. Need to go cop me one. You know what I'm saying? Put me in a ring with a fat ass Prince not seeing my man. I never liked him anyway. I'm just saying, man, for that nigga, for that WBA iron title, nigga. You know what I'm saying?
WBA past my prime time.
Hell yeah, bro. Shit, I'm winning that, nigga. On to the last one, man. Before we get up out of here, man. COVID-19 is in these streets. Murking niggas. Murk, bruh. COVID-19 is out here knocking out everybody, bruh. Hey, bruh, COVID-19 has the best record in boxing history, nigga. COVID-19 done knocked out about 16 niggas in the course of 2 weeks, bruh.
Hey, I told somebody something, man. I said, hey, forget Vasil Lomachenko, forget Clarissa Shields. COVID-19 has became an undisputed champion every weight division in boxing.
Hell yeah, bro. That motherfucker in 2 weeks' time, bro, this motherfucker done became the Japanese heavyweight all the way down to minimum weight champion, the fucking USB-A champion, nigga. This motherfucker COVID-19, bro. I'm telling you, man. Now you got every goddamn big fight that was scheduled in April all gone, nigga. Oh yeah, by the way, this weekend, was it this weekend? Yeah, this weekend's fights all gone, nigga. All gone, nigga. Arthur Beterbiev will not be fighting Fin Long Meng in Canada. That fight's not happening.
Yep.
Noe will not be fighting John Riel Casimero, a fight I really wanted to see. Was getting ready to go to Vegas to go see it as credentialed media. They won't have that fight, right? On the undercard of that, I was getting ready to watch Bo's boy from Chicago get his ass whooped. Joshua Greer Jr. by fucking Jason Maloney. He about to get his ass whooped by him. That fight's off the goddamn table. You know what I'm saying? Bo, you know goddamn well. Yo, boy, Joshua Greer Jr. lost to an unknown Russian motherfucker in his last fight. Look.
Sleep time in this bitch. It's sleep time in this bitch.
Pillow. That nigga had that pillow. And look, that nigga had that pillow on his bed in his last fight, nigga. That motherfucker got his ass whooped. That's all I gotta say, bro. He got his ass whooped. Let me tell you something, man. What other fight? You got Regis Prograis, dog.
I actually talked to him too, man.
Regis Prograis versus Maurice Hooker is off. Cecilia Brackett versus Jessica McCaskill is off. Hell, Oscar Rivas' comeback fighting for top rank is off. What did Regis say, man? Damn.
No, he just was like, he's bummed out about it, man. He's like, man, I'm bummed out about it.
Bruh, he fucking needed that win, bruh.
Because when I last talked to him, he told me that as far as he knew, and this was I think it was on I think it was Friday. I'm gonna check my phone. I think it was Friday. But last time he checked, he said as far as he knew that they had planned on going on with the fight, but they just may not let a lot of people in.
Yeah, right. They were gonna do the same thing that Shakur Stevenson and Miguel Mariaga was gonna do.
Sure was.
No audience. They were just gonna let production and credentialed media go in. That was it. Production crew, credentialed media, and of course like the cornermen and shit. That was it. But now, just like, see, the UFC still held their shit. You know, Mike Lee got his ass knocked out submitted, by Carlos Oliveira, which I knew was gonna happen. I don't even watch you. I'm starting to watch it again. I'm able to pick fights like I picked up where I left off and shit 6 years ago.
Combat is combat, dog.
I guess it is, right? Yeah. I knew Mike Lee was gonna get fucked up in that fight. You know what I'm saying? But they still had their fight. They just didn't have no fans, right? Mm-hmm. So a lot of people are bugged out and shit because they're like, man, boxing is on some bullshit, dog, because the UFC is still doing their shit. But my thing is this. Boxing is telling on itself right now, dog. And the way that it's telling on itself is they can't really afford to basically have fights with no fans because they depend heavily on the income of ticket sales, man. That's what this is telling me. See, the UFC was like, man, fuck it. We don't need the fans. We don't depend on that as much, right? They more so depend on ESPN. I think it was on ESPN, Kevin Lee and Carlos Oliveira. We depend on ESPN or the other networks that we're going to be on. Basically, that is where our revenue stream comes from, our primary revenue stream. The fans are secondary. for boxing, dog, this is telling me, unless they really do care about the lives of the boxers, which I don't believe that, because if they did, they'd have a better healthcare plan for boxers, right? So that throw that bullshit out the door. They don't really give a fuck about the fighters. The other thing is, they really solely depend on ticket sales, bro. That's a problem, man. That's what it's telling me, man. You know what I'm saying? You can't have a fight without fans, but you got other sports doing that shit. That's a problem, man. What do you think about that, man?
Well, here's the thing, and you're absolutely right. See, the UFC, and although they are used to, remember, they had humble beginnings. They were used to having fights in locations only showing 2,000 people, 5,000 people. You know, okay? So they've always structured the way that they do things. And mind you, you don't have a lot of fighters in the UFC making $2-3 million a fight, right? So, and that's why this goes back to your point. You don't have a lot of UFC fighters. That's why in the UFC, you'll get a card that'll have 7 motherfucking fights on it, 8 motherfucking fights on that bitch.
Right.
Because everybody on that card ain't making 20, 30, 10, 5, $2,500. Hell, some motherfuckers probably ain't making $2,500 when you first starting out. Okay? Boxing do depend on the live gate. That's why they want to get the bigger venue with the 20,000 motherfuckers. Right. That's why they want the 30,000 motherfuckers, right? Because why? They want standing room only. 25,000 people standing room only. They want that because they do count on the fucking ticket sales, because there's somebody on that card that's making top billing money. Yep. Okay? Mikey Garcia. What did he get? $7 million?
Yes, sir.
You got $7 million? I got to give you $7 million. I'm going to have you in an empty stadium. I ain't going to get my money back?
And that's another good point. The UFC fighters don't get paid nowhere near. Like Mikey Garcia caliber fighters in the UFC, maybe $100,000. You know what I'm saying? And Mikey Garcia is I'm not saying he's a bum or anything like that, but Mikey Garcia isn't a champion right now. He's a contender. And he's actually a contender in a stacked division, so he's like in the middle of the contenders in a stacked division. You know what I'm saying? So a fighter in that position in the UFC, maybe $100,000. That's another good point.
Maybe $100,000, maybe $200,000. And then another thing about the UFC is they have one champion. They don't have 2 and 3 champions. Ain't no gold, ain't no silver. Right. And the reason why that's important is in boxing, if you are the WBC silver titleist, there's a certain amount you're expecting to be entitled to.
Well, they do got an interim champion in the UFC.
Okay. Hell, if you're a top contender, if you're a number 1 top contender, there's a certain amount of money you're expecting to get to defend that spot. Right. UFC so much ain't like that. You have to fight to get to that spot. And you're right, they do. I just thought about it. You're right. And it's crazy because you don't really hear about that a lot. The interim, like they do have it, but it's not like they flaunt it like boxing. Like boxing treats this like, this is this is an actual thing moving you up. Like as you start climbing that ladder in boxing, so does your dollar start climbing. The UFC doesn't work like that. You got guys who are champions that, like you said, like you got the Conor McGregors that'll make 3, 4, even Ronda Rousey $5, $6, $7 million, and you got actual champions that may only make $200,000 that night.
Yeah. So the UFC actually does that interim championship right though. You know what I'm saying? Like motherfuckers will fight for the interim belt, and that motherfucker that wins is actually going to get that shot at the champion. You know what I'm saying? Whereas in boxing,
UFC has a lot of fucking sponsors. Right.
And that's another good point. The sponsors is another revenue stream that they're looking at. Exactly. Whereas boxing, and that's what you said is a very key point, because the sponsors are for the sport. Boxing is for the individuals. Mm-hmm. The sport of boxing doesn't have sponsors. Individuals within the sport have sponsors, right? Canelo and Tecate, right? It was fucking Golovkin and Apple. You know what
Manny
I'm saying?
Pacquiao and that whiskey,
Hennessy,
whatever.
White Rabbit. Yeah. You know? So the individuals have the sponsors. The sport as a whole does not. UFC, the sport as a whole, has the fucking sponsors as well as the individuals. So absolutely, that's a good fucking point. And that's how they have so many different revenue streams that they're looking at. Now, they still don't make as much money as boxing, I don't believe. But they have so many different revenue streams that they're looking at that they can comfortably say, you know what? We don't need fans for this fight. We've already fitted the bill. We don't pay our fighters shit anyway. So we've already fitted the bill. Whereas boxing, niggas is getting ridiculous amounts of money, dog. You got a nigga like Adrian Broner who's got a damn near losing record, still covering over $1.5 million per fight. A damn near losing record in his last 5 fights. Let me say that. And he's covering over $1.5 million for every goddamn fight. He's about to come back for Devin Alexander, possibly. And guess what? The nigga gonna get over $1.5 million for that fight. You know what I'm saying? Where at one point, Conor McGregor was at the top, struggled to get $3 million. Hell, I don't even think John Jones even got that, bro. John Jones been dominating for over a decade, man. Nobody beat the nigga.
Think about this, man. The 3 highest paid fighters in UFC at one point was Conor McGregor, Ronda Rousey, and a part-time wrestler named Brock Lesnar.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And none of them were the best. None of them were the best. Exactly. So, yeah, man, it's a totally different atmosphere between the UFC and boxing. But like I said, boxing not having fans and basically just canceling the events, it's more so because they rely more on the ticket sales, bro. It's not because they care about the fighters. Like I said, they have a better health plan. They just rely on the ticket sales, man. And COVID-19, man, look, Trump! Trump! Look at both face, nigga.
You know, you sitting there playing cards. You ever been sitting there playing cards, dog? And you got that king of diamond, and diamonds come around, you throw that king down, motherfucker.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Better not handle diamonds, nigga.
Hell yeah, bro. Hell yeah. Man, look, I'm sorry, bro. This shit. Donald Trump. Man, look, man, I can't stop laughing, nigga, because I told niggas this was going to happen, bro. Back in 2016, Donald Trump became president. I told niggas it was going to happen, bro. And when it happened, I'm laughing. I'm fucking laughing. I went and told my wife she was asleep. I was like, this nigga Trump won. She was like, you got to be kidding me. I was like, I know he won. She was like, stop playing. I'm trying to sleep. I'm like, fucking serious. Nigga won. You know what I'm saying? I'm fucking serious. This nigga won, yo. Right?
Stop playing. I'm trying to.
There's so much shit that I could speak on that, man, but this ain't no true
Right.
channel, you know what I'm saying? I always thought about creating one of them, but I don't really have the time for that shit, man. There's a lot of knowledge I got, bro.
You don't have a temperament. You be an ostracized nigga.
Oh,
you
yeah, bro. Oh, yeah, but the events that unfolded did not surprise me whatsoever, man. It just is funny as fuck to me because this was the same nigga that was beefing with Rosie O'Donnell on live television, man. And remember they was going back and forth and Donald Trump came with his comeback. He was like, you're fat, you're ugly, you stink, nobody wants you. I was like, God damn, Trump, go easy on the gay bitch, man. Donald Trump is a fucking comedian, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? It's hilarious that this nigga said, so they said, nobody, he said, or let me say this, it was a federal mandate that basically a company can't have more than 50 people in one spot, right? Then Trump came out. This dumb motherfucker said, wait a minute, no more than 10. Whatever. So, you telling me you can't have no more than 10 people in a fucking group, nigga? I said, bro, I walk outside, go take out my trash, nigga, there's 10 people right there. The fuck you talking about, man? Nigga, I was driving down the street today, and I seen people walking back and forth. They just walking wherever they going, nigga. It was way more than 10 motherfuckers, bro. So how the hell do you expect to be able to have a national rule right now saying that not more than 10 niggas can be in one spot, man. This nigga's funny to me, bro. I don't know how niggas take Donald Trump seriously, bro. Every time I see him, I start laughing, man.
Man, when I heard that shit, I said every restaurant business owner in the world is throwing shit at their TV, right?
Exactly. Exactly, bro.
I got to pay a motherfucker, stand at the door and count 10. Okay, that's it, Timmy.
Man, that nigga's funny to me, bro. It's comedy to me. One more thing, man, before we get the fuck up out of here, man. I forgot to talk about this. Deontay Wilder, right? So if they basically postpone what Frank Warren said would be a trilogy on July 18th, would it behoove Mr. Wilder to basically take this fucking time? Because remember, people were saying, oh man, he just fought in February. He fights in July, right? That's only 5 months. That's not enough for him to basically make any adjustments to be able to do anything different against Tyson Fury in a trilogy. So if they basically postpone this trilogy, or if they come to an agreement that it won't be July 18th, it'll be later on in the year, would it behoove Mr. Wilder to basically focus on his craft? And will this change in when he's supposed to have this trilogy? Will it benefit him, dog? What do you think?
No, I think what would benefit him is to have the fight later on and then have a fight before that fight so we could see how much working on his craft he has learned or get adjusted to what he has worked on.
Good point.
I think of Sean Porter. Sean Porter went there with a different game plan. Like the Sean Porter that fought Ugas, we like, who the fuck is this? Who the fuck is this nigga? What the fuck he did with Sean Porter?
Right.
Like, who the fuck?
Right.
What did he do with Sean goddamn Porter?
Right.
Somebody tell Sean Porter as a nigga in the ring that his man nuts ain't dropped yet. I ain't bullshitting.
Hell yeah.
And he did that, but it helped him because when he fought Earl Spence, and Earl told him, you fight me like you fought Ugas, I'm gonna knock you the fuck out. And he gave Earl the time of his motherfucking life. Right? Because why? He did something new. He tried it out first. Then he went into the big fight. To me, Deontay is that type of person. Here's the thing about athletic fighters. And you can attest to this. A lot of athletic fighters' body can do more than their mind can adjust to. Okay? And sometimes they need something to help their mind catch up to what their body can do. So if you put an athletic fighter like Deontay Wilder that you're giving all this new stuff to in the ring, he's never done it before. We haven't seen it since 2015. He's never tried it out. Yes, athletically he can do it, but his mind has to catch up to it to allow the body to do it in such a fashion it don't look clumsy, flimsy, or even worse, he looks worse in the fucking rematch. So in my honest opinion, yes, he should say, okay, we'll fight later on down the line because it's COVID-19, and I'll take a fight. You'll take a not so dangerous motherfucking fight. I don't, fight another older Wilder. I don't give a fuck who it is, and we'll meet November or October, November, some fucking place.
That's a good point.
Yeah, and that's what he do. That way, and it also helps sell the fight because let's say Deontay goes in, he's using the jab, he's doing some movement, and he's doing all these fucking things, right? Now everybody's gonna be like, oh shit, this motherfucker might look better than what we thought. It's the same thing that Kovalev did before Andre Ward. He fought Chilimba, struggled with Chilimba, had a great fight with Andre Ward. Why? Because he saw some of what Ward can do in Chilimba.
Yep.
So that's what I think he needs to do, man.
Yeah, and actually that's a good point because I think Deontay Wilder needs help trying to sell his need for a trilogy. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people are saying they don't want to see it. A lot of people are genuinely saying they don't want Deontay Wilder to get hurt. You know what I'm saying? They're saying that, right? Now, Deontay Wilder is warranted a trilogy because he was the fucking champion. He lost his belt. He's warranted a rematch of the second fight. You see what I'm saying? So, a lot of people don't see it that way. So, he's going to have to sell his reasoning for why he deserves a rematch, even though he deserves it just based off being a champion. Like I said, the fans don't see it that way, man. Majority don't anyway, right? So you're right. I feel like he should I've been said this. He should take a fight in between. Fight a decent name. I wanted him to fight someone like Derek Chisora. He's already taken. You know what I'm saying? Fight a decent name, right? And Tyrone Spong. I give him that. Fight Tyrone Spong. I mean, a lot of niggas gonna be like, who the fuck is Tyrone Spong? He's a kickboxer. Well, you know what I'm saying? Listen, Deontay Wilder. When was the last time Deontay Wilder actually fought a undefeated fighter that was actually beating the shit out of motherfuckers in his area, in his world of heavyweight boxing? I don't remember. You know what I'm saying? Was it Kelvin Price, maybe? The nigga with the wrinkled up neck, nigga, or the wrinkled up head? Maybe it was him. It's probably the last undefeated fighter Deontay Wilder fought, besides Luis Ortiz, right? So I think he should fight someone like that, Tyrone Spong, man. You know? I would have liked Joe Joyce. Joe Joyce is taken. They probably wouldn't have been able to make that fight anyway. Daniel DeBose, don't take that fight. Fuck around and lose that fight.
What about Michael Hunter?
Michael Hunter. Yes, sir. Michael Hunter. Right? Somebody like that. Right? And Michael Hunter's actually a good mover. So that'll prepare him, you know. It won't prepare him to a T for Tyson Fury, but it'll prepare him somewhat. Right? But I want him to fight a name that's a respectable body. He beats him. Now he's sold himself back into a fucking trilogy, man. That's it.
That's it.
Very simple. So we'll see what happens, man. All right, man, on that note, we about to get the fuck up out of here, man. Let me see what everybody talking about real quick, man. My man Corey Cunningham in the building. He said Wilder will be served to be strategic with this rematch and forget the emotion. I agree. Listen, man, the business, let me put it this way. The fighter in him and the fighter in myself is like, yeah, you got to take it now, nigga. Now or never. Take it right the fuck now. But the business side tells me, like, yeah, dog, fight somebody first, then fight Fury after that. You know what I'm saying?
That's what Bob Arams did.
Right. Exactly. Tyson Fury drew with Deontay Wilder. He said, hold on, man, we going to have him in the ring with two people first. Two motherfuckers that y'all never even heard of, but it don't matter. He's still getting work in. Then we'll put him in there with Wilder. We came in there with a different Fury. So I think Deontay Wilder should flip the script. Do the same thing to Tyson Fury, dog. You know what I'm saying? Will it matter? I don't know. It won't matter unless this motherfucker actually starts changing some shit about himself, dog. But if he comes in here the same motherfucker, it's not going to matter, bro. My man Guy Klashenko said, best pure boxers do things in the ring that are borderline illegal. What do you think about that, bro?
Best pure boxers?
Best pure boxers do things in the ring that are borderline illegal.
Yeah, listen, if you go back and you watch, first of all, let's get something straight. Boxing
I got a bunch of motherfuckers in my head. Go ahead.
Yeah, Shit. First of all, I remember Mike Tyson would perfectly throw the uppercut in the fashion. If he missed you, he'd catch you with the forearm and the elbow.
Yes, sir.
I remember he used to do that. But I remember the old trick I was taught, and I remember telling this to Prodigy one day. And he said, yeah, motherfucker, I know that dirty ass move where you and the motherfucker clinching and you lift the motherfucker with that shoulder.
Oh, him with that shoulder. Yeah. Lift his head up with that shoulder. Absolutely. Yeah. Oh, yeah, nigga, I did that a lot, like bro.
Yep. You act like you about to clinch.
Oh, yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about. I done that shit a lot. Get that motherfucking, lift that nigga up with your shoulder, get that chin exposed, bam. There you go, bro. Yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, I know that one. I was actually taught by an ex-boxer that when a guy punches at you, step in, and if he hits you with the body, you lean down, and if he grabs you, you clamp your shoulder on his reached out elbow around you and twist it and spin him. And what that does is do it a couple times, it causes the elbow to lock up so he can't get his arm up and hold it straight. Yep. So, yeah, I mean, boxing is a rough sport. It's a tough sport. Can we say illegal? They push the limits. I've pushed the limits sometimes. Like if I seen a guy guard too goddamn low, well, I'm gonna hit you. Like if your guard is right down here where I see your bald hairs, well, that's why I'm gonna hit your ass, that motherfucker. You shouldn't have this shit that damn low. Right. So yeah, man, yeah. I agree.
Nigga, Floyd Mayweather used to use his forearms in the inside, bruh, pushing niggas back. Homicide Hank was somewhat on some dirty shit. Sugar Ray Robinson used to use dirty tactics on the inside. Andre Ward used a hell of a lot of dirty tactics on the inside. Look at what he had that nigga Carl Froch crying like a little bitch. He's a cheater. He cheated. You know what I'm saying? That Carl Froch screaming like a little bitch, right? A lot of motherfuckers. Oh man, Corey, you took it from me. That was my next one. Sandy Sadler. That was my main one. The one I was gonna end with. Well, that's how Sandy Sadler beat Willie Pep 3 fucking times. Willie Pep, one of the best defensive fighters of all time. Him, Nicolino Luce, Floyd Mayweather, right? So
I hate talking to niggas.
How the fuck I take your shit and I'm talking, nigga? How'd I take your shit and I'm talking? Right? So them niggas are some of the best defensive fighters in the game. You know, there's one I'm missing. Bob.
Pernell Whitaker?
Huh?
Defensive fighter?
Yeah.
Talking about defensive fighter?
Yes.
Pernell Whitaker.
No, Bob, nigga. Come on, man. Help me out.
Bob.
Damn, I can't think of this nigga's name right now, bruh. Brother, man. He's a brother. I can't think of his fucking name right now. It's killing me, man. Damn, come on, Corey. Help me out, man. I can't think of this nigga's name, man.
What division?
Ah, man. Hold on, man. Damn, man. I gotta look this I hate looking shit up. It fucks with my intelligence, man. I gotta look shit up, man. Oh, man. Hold on real quick, man.
No, Corey, he said brother.
What did he say?
He said Bob Foster.
Yeah, him, Bob Foster.
Bob Foster?
Bob Foster. Yeah, that's him. Bob Foster. Some of the best defensive fighters in the game, bro. Right? But Willie Pep, yeah, you're an old nigga, Bo, man. You need to go.
I'm thinking Jerry fucking.
Yeah, you need to go drink your fucking Geritol, man.
I'm thinking Jerry. What time is it?
That nigga said Bob Foster. Nah, man, ain't a brother, not him.
No.
You need to go drink your fucking Geritol, man.
Oh, man.
But anyway, you think Willie Pep was a brother, nigga?
No.
Nigga, Bo, like, yeah, man, Willie Pep, man. You know, the nigga from Africa. Yeah, I know him. Hell nah, man. But anyway, Sandy Sadler, or Willie Pep, one of the best defensive minds in boxing history, could not get around the tactics of Sandy Sadler. And Sandy Sadler had to use those tactics in order to get around the defensive genius of Willie Pep. You see what I'm saying? So he's absolutely 100% right, bro. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucking I wouldn't even say best pure fighters. I say some of the best fighters of all time utilize dirty tactics, nigga, in the ring. They had to, bro. It's part of the game, man. You know what I'm saying? Let's see, man. My man Oliver's Army, he said Fury knew Wilder didn't have good boxing, so he showed him every trick in the book, including dirty ones. Yeah, man, but you know, I'll say this, man. At the combination that ended the fight, that prompted Kenny Bayless to jump in and stop the fight, or at least prompted Mark Breland to throw the towel and then Kenny Bayless to jump in and stop the fight. Tyson Fury was jabbing with the fucking glove gate hand, right? He was jabbing with the fucking glove gate hand, right? And he wasn't even hitting Wilder with it. He was just throwing the bitch out there. And when he threw it out there, he did this. Flicked it to the right. And when he flicked it to the right, it wasn't even a jab that was going towards Deontay Wilder. It was going towards outside of Deontay Wilder's right glove, because Wilder was like this up against the ropes. When he flicked that hoe out like that, Wilder reacted by going like this. He opened it up a little bit more because he was actually trying to catch the jab. When he tried to catch the jab, Fury came right down the fucking middle. Bam, nigga! With a real glove, not that glove gate shit, a real glove. You know what I'm saying? And basically, that wobbled the fuck out of Wilder because he was too busy looking at the jab, trying to see where it was going. And the funny thing was, the veteran tactic here was that Fury was throwing those lazy jabs to get, using it as like a placeholder, right? As a decoy, like, yeah, nigga, yeah, follow the jab, nigga, follow the jab, nigga. And that's exactly what Deontay Wilder did. He followed the fucking jab and opened up. Left him wide open down the middle for that straight right hand. beautiful tactics that Deontay Wilder was not ready for, because in 42 fucking fights, or 43, however many fights he had, he did not prepare himself for an elite level fighter like Tyson Fury. And Bo says this shit all the time. If you keep fighting a certain way, certain types of opponents, right? If you keep fighting certain types of opponents, you become that type of fighter. If you rely on winning one way all the time, well, now you become a one-dimensional fighter. And that's what we see in Deontay Wilder. What else we got, man? I'm going to read one more, man. You know what? There was one. Somebody came in, man, said some real shit, bro. My man, Lace 'em Up Boxing. He said, yo, 3KB, always raw and uncut 100. Appreciate you, big dog. I've never even seen Lace 'em Up Boxing before, but I definitely appreciate the love, fam. And on that note, we're going to get the fuck up out of here. As y'all know, go to 3KingsBoxing.com for the latest and greatest in boxing news and information, as well as interviews. Hit us up on Instagram at 3KingsBoxing, Twitter at 3KingsBoxing, Facebook.com/3KingsBoxing. This podcast every Monday and Thursday, 9 p.m. Eastern Time, 8 p.m. Central, 6 p.m. Pacific, unless we got to cancel this bitch due to that coronavirus. You know what I'm saying? Corona knocking niggas the fuck out, man. We might get knocked out too. You know what I'm saying? But until Thursday, appreciate everybody who donated in the chat, everybody who donated to the PayPal, everybody who was in the chat talking that shit, talking that real boxing talk. Until Thursday, we'll holla at y'all, man.